my newly restored Stanley number 78 rebate plane. Or if you're in the United States, for some strange reason, they call it a rabbit plane. Yeah, you know, boing boing, be a rabbit plane. Spelt differently, I know. But you see, you lot, you've infiltrated us, you've invaded us. Yeah, that you have. We used to call the Snickers bar a marathon. And the, Starburst used to be called Opal Fruits. And what's all this about diapers? Just call them nappies and be done with it. You see? Anyway, I have another one to restore, and this is also a Stanley number 78. Now, unfortunately, I can't find the fence for it at the moment. I do have all the bits, but I can't find them, but I will do. Okay, but the rebate plane is there to create rebates. You know, if you meant picture frames or something, or maybe a bottom of a drawer, or, you know, a little box. Anything. And it creates these little shavings, you know, as you'd expect, out of any plane. But these little narrow shavings, depending on how wide you set your cut with the fence. And how deep you set the cut as well. Now, you also got this thing on the side here. All right, it's called a knicker spur. That always get me, I don't know why. But anyway, it's called a knicker spur, that thing is. You can spin that round, and you can help keep your edge nice and clean. Now, we have this one here that also needs restoration. So in this video, we're just going to take it apart. I'll show you all the components and what have you. And in another video, I will show you how I got this one from that to that. Yeah? It's actually really, really easy. It's a really easy plane to restore. You will need a tin of black paint. Aerosol's the easiest way. This is literally just an acrylic formulation, that's all it is. And it seems to work quite well on these tools. You could get some enamel, you know, like radiator type paint if you want to get too fussy. But, you know, you can always touch these things up later, can't you? And if you get a paint that's easy to get hold of, it's easier to touch them up. Do you know what I mean? Because even enamels are going to get chipped. So, make it easy on yourself. So basically what we've got to do is take all the components off. And I know that's quite tight on there, so yeah. Alright, so take the, not lever cap, a screw cap in this case. And this is painted. That one was painted, but I cleaned all the paint off. As you can see, it looks better. And also, the paint, because it's on off all the while, it just chips all around the keyhole slot. And it just looks a mess. So, and also remove the screw out of there completely, because you're going to need to clean all this stuff up. It's so corroded around the threads, if you can see that, you know, it's all corroded around the threads. It just makes it a not very nice experience to use. Now, if you look at this lever cap here, or this screw cap, it's a funny shape. Now, you can see this little raised area here. The idea of that is, so when the shaving comes up, it forces the shaving over to one side. It isn't that efficient. The reason they have that is so it doesn't clog up in the mouth, you see. So there's lots of things regarding the design. There's a shape in there which is sort of a conical shape. And it's all to do when you take the shaving off its edge. The idea is it forces the shaving up in that direction. Now, the old wooden rebate planes would actually pull the shaving out in the opposite direction because of the shape of the wedge. So we've got the screw off for the screw cap. I'm going to do exactly the same with this one as I did with the other one in a future video. And look at the state of that iron. You know, it isn't that worn, you know, because they ain't that long anyway. But yeah, that needs a blooming good clean up. It's also a bit bent as well, I can see. Yeah, it's a slight bend in it. So I have to try and get that out on the old anvil. And if you see these little slots there, they're actually quite important. That's where the depth adjuster, which is this lever here, it basically pushes into these slots and pulls the blade to and fro, like so. It's a bit of a crude way of doing it, but it works. So that needs to be all honed up and made lovely. You can't remove the lever, or I haven't found a way of removing this lever. As you can see here, you can see where it actually catches onto the blade. See, the paint on here is all gone. This has got like enamel on there. It's all like flaking, let's see. It's knackered. You know, that will actually cut you. That flaky paint, that will actually cut you. I know that for a fact, because it's happened before. So, the other thing you want to remove, I just noticed my battery's getting low. I thought I'd charge it up, obviously I didn't. On the side here, there's a thing called the knicker spur, and you need to remove that, which I think I'm going to have to give that a little bit of lubrication, leave that for a while. You have to remove that little knicker spur on the side there as well. That'll be rusted behind, okay? So get that out, clean that up as well. And also this screw here, which is for the lever cap. And that's pretty much all you've got to remove. So you get that out of the way. All these parts need cleaning up first, alright? And once you've got it all cleaned up, degrease it and use something like this, which is basically brake cleaner, right? It works a treat. Wet and dry it all up with some 1200 or 600 to 1200 wet and dry. You do some of these abrasive cloths if you like, and then you can flatten the sole, okay? Then give it a coat of, once you've done all that and it's all clean, you can give it a coat of the black paint, do 2 or 3 coats. I like to use Lazy Susan, which was here, I can't see it anymore. Where did it go? It's a little spinny thing to make it easier to actually to paint. But anyway, you don't have to, you know. But that's what I'll be doing to this one. So we will be doing that in a future video. But, you know, we'll make that look like that. Okay? Toodaloo.